It was all a literal brainwashing scam. Hi guys, so we have just finished going to church. So a friend of mine invited me to her church, or a church, which I assumed that she went to. So we arrived and she actually wasn't there. So we thought to ourselves, let's stay around and just see how it is. Anyway, so it's kind of like a Pentecostal church. And first thing that struck me was that there weren't very many people. I think there was about 7-8 people maximum. But the thing that really did my head in, honestly guys, it has been a very long time since I've been to a church, but the blatancy with which the whole service was about money. It was about, you've got to give to get, you've got to give money, you've got to give money. The pastor, a woman from Georgia, she was giving examples of how much she used to pay in her tithes and what that's done in her life, and how paying your tithes is investing in your future. Give. And I'm just like, literally, I came just to listen to a service, and even if I don't necessarily agree with the religion, usually there's something tangible that I can take away from that, something useful, right? But in this particular church, there was not one iota of anything that was actually just something that you could take home, a little hint of information that you could just put in your daily life, or anything that you could use as food for thought. It was all a literal brainwashing scam to get you to pay your tithes. Honestly, it was banging on and on and on and on and on. And at the end, she put up the bank details of the church and how you could do an online transfer. And it's like, you know, it's just so incredible. And do you know what? So many people there just seemed brainwashed. Couldn't see anything abnormal about the level of brainwashing, the level of, you know, give your money. And they can't even smell a rat. I mean, it's just like, what is it about African churches? Now, this particular church is an African church. For some reason, does it matter? I don't know. The pastor is a female from Jordan with a Nigerian accent. And I did actually ask someone about her Nigerian accent and how she managed to get it. And apparently it's just from hanging around lots of Nigerians. It could even be that she first started to learn English around Nigerians, hence why she speaks with a Nigerian accent and uses Nigerianisms. But anyway, so it's kind of like, I don't know what it is about African churches and this money thing. And despite the fact that there seems to be a real disconnect between the congregation, their economic power and their financial standing, and that of the pastor, we're seeing pastors with numerous houses, numerous cars, some even with helicopters, private jets, etc. And then you're getting people, congregation members, who are actually just really struggling. And despite the fact that we know that in a lot of West African countries in particular, there's a lot of corruption, people are just blindly giving and don't even seem to be just the tiniest bit skeptical. The take home from this service was, you know, give us your money and then maybe I'll put in a good word with God. And it was a lecture. It was a picky. Are you doing this? Did you come to this service? Did you come to this? Did you come to this? Did you come to the prayer group? Oh, but you have enough time to do those shifts at work. And I'm just like, honestly, I think anybody attending this type of church on a regular basis is going to end up with low self-esteem. It's just toxic. And like, I'm sitting in the church service and I'm thinking to myself, am I the only person in this service that can actually pick up on this manipulation that's going on, brainwashing that's going on? And I looked around and everyone was in agreement and nodding their head. And, you know, so I just thought to myself, do you know what? What can I say? What can I say? I can't say anything. But, you know, there are people that are ignorant because they don't know. But there are people that choose to be ignorant. They choose to be ignorant. They choose to. Anyway, guys, I thought I would just get on my soapbox, film this really short video while it's fresh in my head. And I'm just so perplexed. Guys, explain to me, what is it? Are these people so blinded, so brainwashed? And the absolute, what do you call it? It's like you're not able to question the pastor. There was one girl that I was talking to at the end, and we were having this conversation, and basically, you know, she doesn't seem to understand the kind of concept of people coming to the church, seeing it as if it's for them, and then either staying or not staying. And it's kind of like, you must give it a try. You've got to pray to God and make sure this is the right church for you, and blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, look, someone may decide not to come to the church, and it may not be because there's anything wrong with the church. It may be as simple as they don't find the pet pastor relatable, or they find a pastor in another church relatable. It really is down to the individual about how they feel, especially if they are church minded. And she took it down some really, really hard line, other line. Anyhow, you know me, I am really averse to control. I'm really averse to situations where you're not allowed to think for yourself. And basically, for me, this experience of going to this church today was kind of like, give us your money. We may or may not put a good word in with God, and don't ever think for yourself. So basically, the long and short of it is, I will never, ever, ever, ever be attending this church. And actually, I'm not a churchgoer. I'm just a visitor. Maybe once, twice, 3 times a year, I might visit, but I'm definitely not a churchgoer. I handle my relationship with my Creator one-on-one. Let's just put it that way. Guys, if you like this video, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Happy Sunday to you all. But I guess it may not be Sunday when you see this. So happy, happy, happy day. Bye.